Welcome to a new episode from Perfect English Podcast. Today we're going to talk about some grammar. We're going to talk about the difference between the simple present and the present progressive. Let's start with the simple present. We use the simple present to say that something was true in the past, is true in the present, and will be true in the future. That is what we call a general statement of fact, a timeless truth. For example, we say water consists of hydrogen and oxygen. Well, this thing is not going to change in the future, and it has been like that since the very beginning of time. So, this truth is a timeless truth, is a scientific fact, something that doesn't change. The same goes when we say the average person breathes 21,600 times a day. And that is something that is a fact as well. Or when we say the world is round. And that is also a fact, a timeless truth. So, when we want to use something like this, something that doesn't change in the past, present, or future, we use the present simple. But that is not all. We also use the simple present to express habitual or everyday activities, things that we do as a habit, or we do on a schedule, we do all the time. Like when we say, I study for 2 hours every night. It's not the night before, it's not tonight, it's not tomorrow night, it's every night. This is a habit. We do it every day. Or when I say I get up at 7 every morning. Or when I say he always eats a sandwich for lunch. It is not just for one time. It is always. It doesn't have to be always or every morning. You can say every Monday or every year. But the key is that this thing should be a habit. It doesn't matter how often it happens, but what matters is that it should be a habit. And now for the present progressive. The present progressive is a little bit different. The present simple is a permanent thing, talks about permanent facts or things that we do all the times. The present progressive is the opposite. It talks about things that are happening at the moment of speaking. We're talking about temporary activities that began in the past, still continuing in the present, and will probably end at some point in the future. But the key here is that these things are temporary activities. For example, we say John is sleeping right now. He went to bed a while ago, sometime in the past. At the very moment, if you look at him, he is sleeping. He will wake up sometime in the future. But what matters is at the moment of speaking, temporarily, he is sleeping, so we use the present progressive. Let's take another example. I need an umbrella because it is raining. It started raining sometime in the past, and it will rain for 1-2 hours, maybe a couple of days, who knows. But what's important that at the moment of speaking, right now, it is raining. So we use the present progressive. Let's take another example. The students are sitting at their desks right now. If you look at them, you will see that they are sitting. Maybe they weren't sitting a while ago. Maybe they won't be sitting for long. It doesn't matter. What I care about, what you care about, is that this is a temporary activity that is happening right now at the moment of speaking. However, sometimes the activities do not need to be happening at the moment of speaking. These activities could be general activities people are engaged in at present, but not necessarily the moment of speaking. But the common thing between these activities and the activities that are happening at the moment of speaking is that they are both temporary. They might take longer, but they will end. These are not things you will want to do for the rest of your life or permanently in the long term. Let me give you a couple of examples to explain this more. I am taking 5 courses this semester. Maybe I'm having some coffee now. Actually, right now I'm talking to you, but I'm taking 5 courses this semester. I'm still doing this on a temporary basis. These 5 courses are not going to last forever. It's just this semester. It's a general activity I am engaged in at present, but not necessarily at the moment of speaking. Let's take another example. John is trying to improve his work habits. When he improves his work habits, it will be done. It's a temporary thing because he has a problem. He's working on it. Doesn't mean that he's working on this problem at this very moment, but he's working on it at present. It is around the present, but it's still a temporary action. One last example. Susan is writing another book this year. Maybe she's not writing the book right now. Maybe right now she's sleeping or she's out with her friends. She's having dinner somewhere. But she is writing another book this year. It's a temporary thing. It's an activity she's engaged in at present. And the key thing is that this activity is temporary. I hope that clears your doubts about the difference between simple present and present continuous. And that's enough grammar for one day. I will see you next time. I hope you have learned a lot today, and I'm pretty sure that your English is a step closer to perfect English. This was your host, Danny. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.